Gamers. Welcome back to another Tuesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, back with some more No Man's Sky. It's been a while since we've delved into the deep universe of Hello Games for a while, and they have a new update. They basically just added Pokemon to the game. So we now have another game to add to the list of Pokemon games that are better than Pokemon has been in the past 15 years, which I think is pretty exciting. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, lots of good drama to cover tonight. There's been some interesting happenings on in the world of the internet. Lots of mostly stupid stuff, in my opinion. What's up, Dawn? Welcome to the stream. Hope your Tuesday's going well. Hope you're ready for some No Man's Sky and some drama. But there's been a lot of stuff happening on the internet this past weekend. A lot of stuff happened Saturday and Sunday, and then we had some more stuff happen yesterday as well. So I am very excited to get into some of that. And then, of course, we'll be hopping into the No Man's Sky update. But before No Man's Sky, we, of course, have to break into the news. It is time for tea. Yes, that wasn't tea. That was a monster. I do not have tea, but that is totally fine. We've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. I'm very excited about it. We're going to jump right into it. That's spoilers. Starting off with just some intro topics, some lighter stuff just to kind of wet our palate a little bit. We got streamer Delu was kicked out of a party. And so he called the cops, allegedly. I haven't seen any clip of the actual cops showing up or the cops actually being called. But allegedly he called the cops because they were selling liquor without a license. Yes, this is some Turbo Karen shit, but also it is very funny. So we'll watch this clip here. A license to record. A license to record is a hilarious sentence, but let's... So like that, already, that's some massive Karen shit. If you don't want people recording at your party, you go up to them and be like, hey, excuse me, people aren't comfortable with filming or whatever. You can make something up or you can just tell the truth. Would you please not film? And if you don't want to stop filming, then we're going to have to ask you to leave. That's how you handle it. You don't go up to them and be like, oi. You got a license for that? Oi, I see cameras here. I don't see any license for those cameras. Like, that is some turbo douche, behavior, in my opinion. So let's see how Delu responds. They immediately start panicking. That is a god tier Uno reverse card. That is epic. To have someone come up to you and be like, hey, do you have a license for that camera? And to immediately respond with, oi, you got a license for that liquor? That is like genius. That is really funny. Obviously, kind of shitty to fuck over everybody at this party because you weren't able to film. But the way that these two people approached him was kind of like, I guess pretentious might be the right word, to be like, if you don't have a license to film, then you can't film. Like, just say don't film, please, and if you do, you're gonna have to leave. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about that. Bringing in a license thing is so insanely turbo cringe. So that's our first little funny topic. Also, I'm gonna throw on some background music. I forgot to do that. I updated the background music playlist, so hopefully we'll have less random Assassin's Creed battle music popping in. But that's the first one. Next up, I want you guys to think for a minute. Think through all of the famous duos in your life. Is there a worse duo than live streamer plus car? I don't think there's a worse duo than live streamer plus car. And as evidence of that, we have this guy. This is just the a little taste. This guy went through a car wash at what I'm guessing is a Sheetz. Also, I do not have desktop audio on. I am a genius. I am a professional, guys. That is the second time that has happened where I just didn't have audio on. So I'm glad you guys got to enjoy watching that very audio-heavy clip of D. Lou calling out the dudes. But this guy gets out of his car in what looks to me to be like a Sheetz kind of car wash, because they have those like single room car washes that you go and you park your car. So he gets out of it. The stupidest thing you could possibly do. I don't know. Hold on. What's the PSI on these things? PSI for typical car wash hose. Between 700 and 1500 PSI, while machines can reach 2000 plus PSI. A range of 1200 to 1900 PSI is ideal for cleaning while remaining safe for car paint. So, like, that's not gonna kill you, but that's gonna hurt insanely bad. Like, that's basically that's close to getting sandblasted at this point. But, so he gets back into the car, and, uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Whoops. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you, A, don't leave your windows down. Where is it? Yeah, don't leave your windows down when you're in a car wash. And that's also why you don't get out of your car and jump on top of the car wash. Your electronics will get fried, your engine will get flooded, and you will be that asshole who's holding up everybody in the car wash line behind you because you had to get out of your car for your Twitch stream. So don't do that. But the real danger with streamers plus car comes when there's driving involved. Now, other people have said this. I'm not the first to say this. This is not an original quote from me. A lot of people are making this argument, and it's something that I totally agree with. Every single person who drives while streaming, it doesn't matter if they're looking at chat. It doesn't matter if they're not holding the camera. It doesn't matter if they get into a car crash or not. Anybody who streams while driving should be banned from all platforms for at least a few months, if not indefinitely, because this has happened way too many times. We've got Japanese kick streamer Jiro, who I've obviously never heard of, streaming while driving, and he flips his car. So watch. You can't really see him. I want to see if he's looking at chat. He's really tiny and dark in this window. But this is why you don't drive and stream, guys. If anybody watching right now ever sees me behind the wheel of a car in a live stream, you have like full reign to just completely unsubscribe and never engage with my content ever again. Never ever do this. I think it's different if, like, you have people in the back seat and they're streaming, obviously, but, like, it's just not worth it. It's just so not worth it, guys. I don't see how you do that unless you were distracted. There's no clear indicator to me of him looking over at chat. His head position does change right before. Is there a way to make this? No, there's not a way to make this bigger. I'll probably have to get an extension for that. But yeah, and then yeah, that's an expensive noise. That is an expensive noise right there. And this has been happening this was 15 days ago, but this has been happening for years. Streamers have been doing this for years. Streamers have been getting away from this from years. In this calendar year alone, 2026, this was literally a month ago. Miss Meansy got into a car accident in Germany while on stream. So let's watch.
I'm on the Autobahn right now. So the Autobahn, you can drive as fast as you want.
Okay. To be clear, that is not how the Autobahn works. You cannot drive as fast as you want on the Autobahn. There are like a few small sections with like an insanely high speed limit, but there is not a single part of the Autobahn that does not have a speed limit. Someone might have to double fact check that for me, but I am 99% certain. If I just look up Autobahn speed limit. Recommended, no strict speed limit, but it has recommended speeds. Advisory limit of 81 miles an hour. Yeah. And then 40% of the network has posted mandatory speed limits. So, like, the idea that you could just get on the road and drive as fast as you want is completely ludicrous. But anyway.
I don't know if you guys knew. You guys want to see the road? Right now, actually, never mind, because there's actually a car in front of me, and I don't know why.
Did you guys hear that? Let me put on closed captions for this.
Right now, actually, never mind, because there's actually a car in front of me, and I don't know why.
Car in front of her. She audibly points out there is a car in front of her. Look at where her eyes are. Here is the road over here, and here is her eye line, to be clear. Oh, it's so bad. Like, these people need to be banned off of every platform. Like, even the popular ones. Kai Cenat has done this. Extra Emily just a few months ago had drama getting into a car accident on stream. Like, these stupid platforms just need to start banning people, dude. Like, this is insane. It's actually crazy how many times this happens and how often this happens. And, like, nobody in any position of authority has done shit about it. What? Someone cue the Seinfeld. Fully looking away from the road after mentioning that there's a car in front of her. Yeah, this person should not be allowed to stream on any platforms. And then again, from this calendar year, 2026, this is 2 months ago. Look at this.
Oh shit. Well, I just crashed my fucking car.
Like, how do you even do that? How do you even do that? Like, not only is he's not even in any one of the lanes. Like, this isn't even a thing of like, dude, you're driving in the parking lane. No, he's not. He's not driving in any lane.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this needs to be stopped. Platforms need to do something about this. That's my soapbox moment. Moving on to Adapt. He plugged in... There's a reason I'm bringing this up, but Adapt plugged in a VHS recorder to his stream, which I think is a great idea. I think it's really a cool aesthetic. But there's not really anything going on in this video. But the reason I bring this up is it's just kind of funny that Adapt is doing this now, because 5 years ago, our good friend of the channel, JDM Blackout, was literally already doing this on Twitch. Here's him doing a music stream 5 years ago. And yeah, and then you can also see, like, this was his webcam as well. Here's us playing Truck Sim. But yeah, Mason was literally doing this 5 years ago. So shout out JDM Blackout. Shout out Mason. I hope you're watching this. But I think you could officially say that the streamer Adapt stole your idea. So good for you. What's not good for anybody, except for the unemployed. Carl Jopes. That's right, Carl Jopes. He's trying to one-up Ethan Klein as the YouTuber with the most lawsuits. Carl Jopes is suing Billy Mitchell. He pulled the legal Una reverse card and is going after Billy Mitchell for defamation stemming from Billy Mitchell publicly accusing him of criminal misconduct. Because those of you who might know, I'm a big fan of Nicholas Diorio. I watch his streams occasionally, and Billy Mitchell will pop into chat a lot and call Carl Jobst like a bunch of things. None of them, in my opinion, quite broach defamation. But this is absolutely hilarious. What's also hilarious about this is Carl Jobst is representing himself. That's right. The guy who asked AI whether or not he would win his first legal case that he then lost is now representing himself in court in probably the most difficult charge to prove of all time. I think that's worthy of a round of applause, in my opinion. Way to go, Carl. Way to go, Carl Jobst. And this has just been hilarious to watch and also just really sad. I still kind of am. I'm a big fan of Carl Jobst's content. I think his videos are good. So to see him just, like, trying to speedrun being the most brain-dead fucking content creator on the platform, on the same platform that people like Jeremy the Quartering, who we're going to talk about later, are on, is so weird. It's so unnecessary. Like, dude, take the L, shut up, and go back to making speedrunning videos. This is the dumbest shit ever. That's all I really have to say on it. I'm not a legal expert. I read legal reports and my brain just starts like short-circuiting. So I'm not going to try to do any of that. But Lus, if you guys are interested, Lus, he's a law tuber. He's one of like the few law tubers I feel comfortable endorsing, as like kind of knows what he talks about, because LawTube is such a cesspool. But he has a video on Carl Jobst, kind of just breaking it down. He has a few, and also just can we just appreciate for a second? I love a man who knows how to get a bag. Lus knows how to get the fucking bag. Moo, motherfucker. Look at how much milking is going on this channel. Big Dairy has nothing on Lus's YouTube channel, but we stand that here. I say that as a compliment. I think it's amazing. Get your bag, Lus. Totally deserved. Milk all that legal drama, and definitely milk the Carl Jobst drama. Also, this title is diabolical. Carl Jobst versus H3 Snark Lawyer. Who's the bigger menace in U.S. court? That is a diabolical title. So yeah, that's Carl Jobst. Very, very funny. And then finally, a wholesome story. We'll end off on something nice here. A couple weeks ago, you guys may remember the Twitch streamer Musa, I think it's Musa Usa. He runs a hot dog stand in Baltimore, and he had this unfortunate interaction on stream a couple weeks ago, where this dude,
Friday. So I need to go
hold on, this dude took money out of his chip tip jar while Musa Usa was looking away, which I laugh because I live in DC. I'm not far from Baltimore. This is the most Baltimore thing to ever happen. As soon as I saw that this happened in Baltimore, I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's just Tuesday, basically. But yeah, so this happened, and something that immediately stood out to me is like, this isn't like normal stealing, right? This isn't like, I mean, as much as stealing can be normal, this isn't normal stealing. Stealing money, and it was only like $30 too. Stealing $30 out of a tip jar, that screams to me, that screams I need a fix stealing, if you know what I mean. Like, that just screams to me somebody with addiction trying to get scrounge up any money that they can. So this whole situation was pretty sad. I mean, luckily, being a live streamer, Musa Usa, I'm sure, made back the $30 he lost and then some through the generosity and kindness of Twitch chat. At least I would hope so. But this story, the reason I bring this back up is this story actually has a happy ending, because the mother, I didn't know about this. This is 14 days ago. This is like super fucking old, but I wanted to talk about it just to have something positive to mention. But the mom of the guy,
A little while ago, a young man came to your stand and took money out of the tip jar. I'm his mother.
Oh,
How much did he take from you?
like
which, shout out to this lady. It makes me really happy to see. I tend to be very black-pilled a lot of the times, but like, this is very hard to do. Like, it's embarrassing. It's, you know, there's a lot of shame in, but like, this is a very hard, difficult thing to do. But it's the right thing to do. It is definitely the right thing to do.
I couldn't pay attention. Like
What do you think he took from you?
And also, what do you think he, like, she doesn't care about the exact
first, I
amount.
couldn't see the second is
How much do you think he took from you?
about $30. Like, but you don't need to pay.
No, I'm gonna pay it.
This lady
Because
is,
my son wasn't raised
shout out
like
to this
that.
Why
lady.
he
This
is-
stuff's
I
really
don't
cool
wanna
to
ask,
see.
but-
No, listen to me. My son wasn't raised like that. My son drinks, and when he drinks, he does stupid stuff.
And see, right there, that is exactly what I figured. And so hopefully this guy, you know, gets some treatment, because I mean, clearly, if you're stealing while drunk, then there's clearly a substance
I
abuse
want to pay
problem
you
there.
back because you don't deserve to be stolen from. You're here to do a service. I appreciate
Preach,
you. Took it from
lady.
your tip jar. $30 go back to your tip jar. God
This
bless you.
shout
I'm
out
sorry,
to
man.
this lady. I hope
put him-
someone
I
found
put my
her
son
and
in
was able to
treatment.
do
I
something
pray he
nice for
stay
her.
to get
Like,
some
this
help,
is
but I want
okay.
you
There
to
we go. There we go. And that's
I'm
the
sorry,
important
man.
thing.
so
Especially in yellow. Come here.
get some
Hold on.
help.
hold on. The son is in treatment, so that's the other positive thing to
But I
come
want
out of
you to
this.
be-
I mean, obviously, it would have been better to not, you know, steal from people, but I really do genuinely hope that this whole thing being absolutely publicly humiliated on the internet and having to have your mom go apologize for you, hopefully that's like the kind of kick in the pants that really gets him down the road to
Can I
recovery.
come and hug?
So,
Yes. You know, I am live streaming.
That's-
People like sharing everything everywhere. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, guys, let me hug.
that's so sweet.
I'm sorry. You know, I like to.
A wholesome moment all around. What did I just press? Uh-oh. Anyway, that'll be our time to move on. So that's our kind of wholesome moment before we get into some real drama. And oh my gosh, is there some drama. So the first major story of tonight. Sykunno. Oh, Sykunno. Oh, sweet, sweet innocent Sykunno. You know, I thought he might have been too good at Among Us. Back in COVID, when we were watching it, I was like, wow, Sykunno's really good at Among Us. How is he so good at Among Us? Well, now we all can finally have answers. We know now why Sykunno is so good at Among Us. And that's because this dude bangs. And by that, I mean he bangs women who aren't his girlfriend. This guy is a... Oh, hold on, that was a Vine Boom moment. So, Sykunno is accused of being a serial cheater. We're ignoring that second part because, as you guys will come to see, the manipulator stuff is just brain dead and stupid and non-existent. But Sykunno is accused of being a serial cheater. The best way I could describe this drama is that Sykunno, he did a Harry Sisson. Sykunno did a Harry Sisson. He apparently was messaging like 8 girls at once, telling them all how they were the only girl, which so shitty. Like, wildly shitty. Not only did he cheat on the actual girlfriend he had, which nobody knew about, apparently. Apparently, none of his friends even knew he had a girlfriend. Not only did he cheat on her, he cheated on her with, like, a literal harem. Of, like, he had like, this dude, hold on, bring up that picture. This dude literally had a Discord harem. This guy. The guy on screen we're looking at right now had a Discord harem. There is a document here. We're not going to go through this whole document because it's 48 pages long, and as a lot of you will come to find out, most of this document's bullshit. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I know that sounds harsh. I know that sounds mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Most of this document is just butthurt bullshit. And I think it's very telling that all of these screenshots, when you see this many Discord screenshots in a drama document, you know it's going to be one of two things. I'm leaning the wrong direction for my hand to be in frame. It's one of two things. Either somebody's a pedophile, or it's a massive nothing burger. That's almost always what it is when you see a drama document with a bunch of Discord screenshots. Luckily, Sykunno's not a pedophile. But a lot of this is just a nothing burger. But the real meat of it is all up here. I'll go ahead and read just the opening statement. That way we get kind of a brief idea. Exposing Sykunno. On Valentine's Day of this year, I was followed on Twitter by Sykunno. I thought it was amazing that such a big content creator even knew I existed, let alone followed me on social media. He had been my role model and someone I looked up to for a long time, ever since my days in high school. literally me, that one time Panic at the Disco liked one of my tweets in like 2016. However, what I learned about Sykunno after that day would make me regret my decision. Sykunno is not the kind, soft-spoken character you see on stream. He is a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator who uses his status to get what he wants from as many women as possible. More specifically, ones who are smaller or up-and-coming content creators, knowing that he can take advantage of him. After confiding in many others that have had similar experiences, I realized this was not an isolated incident. In fact, it was something that had been going on for multiple years. He always made sure to cover his tracks and never left a paper trail significant enough for someone to make it public. But now, this is all changed. These are serious allegations, and I fully understand that this should not be treated lightly. I urge all other content creators who have been personally affected by Sykunno's behavior to not be silent, as I believe there is more strength in numbers. This document will not only include proof from me, but from another victim who has given me her consent as well. Below, you will find evidence that will expose his calculated pattern of, and this is the first major red flag right here. His calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation, as well as a recording of a voice call where he explicitly admits to all of his wrongdoings. Everything. Okay, let's take a brief pause here. What if I told you, this person seems like they were really wronged in this situation. So, what if I told you that this document, this 48-page document about the Sykunno drama, wasn't from his girlfriend? The person who wrote this 48-page document is not the girlfriend that Sykunno cheated on, by the way. The girlfriend who Sykunno cheated on, to my knowledge, has not said a single peep about any of this. So these are all the people he was cheating on his girlfriend with, writing this conversation. So that's the first important thing. The second important thing is, I feel that this document does a massive disservice right out of the gate to the actual victim here, which is Sykunno's girlfriend. The person who was actually victimized, and I think by the time we get to the end of all the things I have to say about this, I think you guys will agree. But the actual victim here is being minimized because they're taking this situation, which is essentially just this guy cheated on his girlfriend over Discord with a bunch of other girls. They're taking that and they have turned it into a calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation. And I can't fucking stand when people do this shit, because love bombing is a real thing, and it's at danger of becoming just a laughingstock. It's at danger of becoming something that YouTubers like Tectone just throw around as like, oh yeah, love bombing, that thing's so not real. That's what BPD girls used to say that I'm shitty. Like, and it's in danger of becoming that because people are taking love bombing, which is when you're in an abusive relationship and your abuser constantly inundates you with gifts and compliments and, oh, I'm so sorry, oh, I'm gonna change, oh, it's fine, oh, you're the best, I can't live without you, in order to get you to stay in that abusive relationship. That is what love bombing is. Love bombing is not randomly sending people... Where is it? Love bombing is not sending people $81 over PayPal. That is not what love bombing is. Alright? Love bombing is not saying, "Oh, well, good morning. What's your PayPal so I can buy you games later?" That's not love bombing. Is it cringe? Yes. Is it kind of pathetic? Sure. But, like, that's not love bombing. Like, I buy games for people, and I don't think any of those people would be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in an abusive relationship with Jonah." I mean, some of them might, because some of them follow me on Twitter. But for the, like, like, this is not what love bombing is, guys. Like, love bombing is, like, a completely different and actual, like, serious thing. Being a good boyfriend, minus the 8 other girls part, is not love bombing, alright? To be clear. So that really annoys me. And then the second thing that also annoys me is, where was it? Here it is. Knowing he can take advantage of them. He's a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator. That's all you need. That's all you really need. But he uses his status to get what he wants, knowing he can take advantage of them. This is not Harvey Weinstein. Like, this isn't Harvey Weinstein, alright? Sykunno is not in these Discord DMs being like, "Yo, if you blow me, I'll shout out your Twitch channel." Win-win. Win-win. That's not what's going on here, alright? So there's just a lot in this document. I'm not gonna cover the whole thing for 2 main reasons. One, this drama's already been litigated. This happened over the weekend. This drama's already been basically completely litigated at this point, and everybody kind of has the same conclusion, which is that Sykunno is a piece of shit and a cheater and a massive phony, and that the person who made this document is insane and brain dead and stupid, and that this document is wildly pointless. This is one of those dramas that is like, it's peak. None of us needed to be involved with this. None of us needed to know about this. Nobody who wasn't Sykunno's girlfriend needed to hear about this. None of us needed to be involved. All right. This is one of those dramas where just none of us needed to be involved. So making everybody involved and then trying to make it about, like, fighting abusive partners is like, this is stupid. If you guys want to hear, like, the full story about the drama that's already been litigated, Nicholas Diorio has 3 stream highlights that he goes through the entire document. He goes through everything that happens after the document. He goes through the Mujin video, which we aren't even going to mention on this live stream other than just then. This is if you want a great detailed breakdown of it, watch this. If you want the daily slop shitter 10-minute, I have ADHD and I have other things to do TLDR of the situation, Diesel Patches has a good video on it, so I highly recommend you go check that out. I want to end with this, and this is the reason that most people are no longer on the document author's side, and this is why most people have come away with the conclusion that the document is just bullshit and really shouldn't be taken seriously. This is the recorded Discord call between the author of this document, whose name I don't even remember, and it doesn't really matter. This is them confronting Sykunno about all of the cheating and misgoings on. So here's the confrontation here. But none of the confrontation is really important. What's important is what she starts to say here at the end.
And what do? You go onto fucking Twitter and go find the next girl to fucking flirt with.
And to give this girl credit, she was spitting. During the confrontation, she was spitting. Right up until about 13 minutes into this video, she was unironically spitting. And I was like, based. Go off. Based. Everything she said in this video was really good. So credit where credit is due. This call out was amazing. But then it kept going. The call out kept going.
If anything, honest to God, I'm not even mad at this point. I'm just disappointed.
That's where it should have ended. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'm really fucking disappointed. You're a piece of shit. Bye.
Really
That's where it should have ended. That's where it should have ended right there.
Yep, that's fair.
Okay, but
she's been crying to Bao about it. Bao's been sitting there, like, comforting this girl, trying to tell her, hey, maybe you should leave him. Because this isn't okay.
Okay. This is starting to get... That's a little weird to bring up. Like, dude, while we're sitting here having this conversation, some other dude she's crying, and some other dude is being like, you should leave him. It's a little weird to bring up, but okay.
This really isn't okay.
She's heated. She
You're
was
putting
spitting before this, so like,
girl
we're good.
through mental strain. Every single day.
Fair point. Yeah.
Then
Go
you
off.
continue to be with
She's
her.
spitting. She's kind of strange to add. Okay, she seems to be kind of focusing in on being with you is torture, and like other people are telling her she should leave you. It's kind of weird to bring up twice.
While
Let's
you're
keep
sitting there
going.
having fun playing with your fucking friends. Be so honest right now, Thomas.
I don't know if his real name was out, so sorry if we just doxed Sykunno there. Alright, long pause.
So you think
Long-
and you might be right.
Yeah. Like,
Insightful commentary. That's the other thing. Not only is Sykunno like a pathetic cheater and liar and like massive player and super phony, he's also a dumbass. That is what I learned in this call. He is also a dumbass. But we're about
if
to
it
learn
is-
some other
if it
things.
is money that she doesn't have, or if it's a job, or if it's family, or
I
blah blah
already
blah blah.
gave her a lot.
Yeah, well, there, exactly. Just help her back on her feet until she can support herself, and then just leave the girl alone.
Okay, that is now the third time. That's now the third time that she has brought up their relationship and how it should end. Are you guys starting to catch on here? Are you guys kind of starting to see what happened and why the document exists? It will get more clear as we go on, but hopefully you guys are kind of starting to see why everyone kind of looked at this document and went, wow, Sykunno's a piece of shit and this document is stupid.
Because she deserves better than that.
This is the fourth time.
Because you cannot sit there and be like, I love her, but do all of this shit to her and continue to let her stay in that situation.
Okay, that's now 5 times. 5 times she's mentioned. She's mentioned that their relationship should end. What an insane sentence. It's fucked. You're doing all this. It's fucked to let her continue. To let her stay in that situation. Sykunno, it's your fault that she hasn't broken up with you, is essentially what this line is. That's kind of weird.
Well,
That's kind of odd.
well, one part of that wasn't true.
What?
What part of that wasn't true, Sykunno? Tell us. Tell us, oh truth teller.
It's faded.
Well, then you should just let her go.
6 times. 6 times. You should leave your girlfriend. That's weird. Why is she super fixated on Sykunno leaving his girlfriend? That's very odd. That is very odd.
Instead of just sitting her there wasting her time.
That is the 7th time she has mentioned your relationship should end. Very weird thing to keep bringing up. What else? What else? What else we gotta say?
Okay, well, anyway.
And also, why'd you get on a call with me when right now she's upset?
That's so dumb. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why are you on call with me, the person who called you, when she's sitting over there upset?
I know she lives with you.
I already talked to her.
Yeah, you should be
And I
there to.
told her I'm going to talk to you first.
You should be there to comfort her. She's the one that you cheated on.
Yes, yes. She, the other girl, not this person, is the one who was cheated on, to be clear.
No, I'm going to be doing that. I just wanted to settle this first.
This is not settled. I'm beyond upset with you.
Fair.
Like, genuinely beyond upset with you.
Right, she's really pissed.
I mean, that's fine. By settled, I mean, like, that's that's it. Like,
What's it?
probably never talking.
You know, it's weird. She hasn't brought up that their relationships had ended in a while.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going
You
on.
and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me.
Did you guys pick up on that? Let's do a
What is
quick
why?
replay.
I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me.
That's a weird thing to say. After bringing up that his relationship with his current girlfriend should end, that is a weird thing to say.
You can still talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong.
Oh! Oh! Oh, I get it. I get it now. Now it all makes sense. Now why the 48-page document exists all makes sense. Why she's been so upset about this all makes sense. Why they're trying to take down Sykunno's career, it all makes sense. It all just clicked. I don't know if you guys caught that. She's not mad that he cheated on his girlfriend. She is mad that he won't leave his girlfriend for her. To be clear, that is why this person is mad. This person, this girl, does not give a shit about the actual victim, Sykunno's girlfriend, who he cheated on because he's a lying piece of shit. I'm gonna keep saying that because I do want to reiterate that Sykunno is still a piece of shit. That this girl being stupid and completely fucking up like the whole case because she just wanted to be with Sykunno forever. Like, none of that has anything to do with the fact that Sykunno is a lying piece of shit. So that needs to be emphasized. But she doesn't care about any of that. She's mad that Sykunno won't leave his girlfriend for her. That's unhinged. That is
I always am there for
unhinged.
second chances.
We gotta
I'm
listen to
with
this
you,
whole
but
sentence.
You didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances.
It's like Sykunno in the
But
back going,
I
what?
never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's that.
So, after all of that, after 48 pages of documents, after calling him I believe she called him a dangerous predator on Twitter. That might have been Mujin who called him a dangerous predator. Someone called him a dangerous predator involved in the situation. But after calling him a dangerous predator, calling him a manipulator who uses his status to get what he wants, after all of that, it comes out and it's, oh, she's just mad that she was the side piece and not the main. And that's why everyone's completely turned on her. Everyone is completely... This sums it up pretty good. What the fuck is wrong with both of you, LMFAO? That sums it up pretty excellently. I think what sums it up, I got a comment. Someone replied to me in the YouTube comment section, I think of Mujin's, either this video or Mujin's video. But somebody commented, let me find this, because I think this is like the perfect summary of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Quote, this guy is a serial cheater, manipulator, and predator. Look inside. Only one girl feeling led on. She approached him initially and sexually. Which, we didn't cover this in the document, but yeah, their first conversation after Valentine's Day, I was so excited about him following me that I told a friend who urged me to strike up a conversation. Got the courage to send him up a DM. Are you still looking for a Valentine's date, perhaps? She initiated the context and the conversation. Yandere girl, for real? I don't know if I would go that far, but yeah, no, that's generally that is basically the gist of it. I feel like calling her yandere girl's little unfair. There are way crazier people out there than this girl, but it is kind of like that. So she approached him. No examples of Sykunno using the power dynamic or pressuring her at all. The examples of love bombing that we have, is him randomly sending her $80 and buying Resident Evil 9 for her. Apparently that's love bombing. Shows in these messages and in the video that we just watched, she's manipulating him actively and obviously. She's manipulating him. And then after all of that, she still wants to be with him. They can make it, guys. She can fix him. I believe that she can fix Sykunno. So that is the Sykunno drama. Absolutely unhinged. Very dumb. But speaking of, oh gosh, that's right, the quartering. We're not gonna have time to cover the quartering tonight, because I want to get onto this Wendigo shit, and we do need to move on. Not Wendigo, Wendigoon. But moving on to the next topic. That's the Sykunno drama. Wendigoon. We love Wendigoon here. We're big. We are. I'm not gonna say Wendigooners. That is not the word I'm gonna use. We're fans of Wendigoon here. But Wendigoon is in some hot drama recently. And I'm gonna preempt this drama by saying I'm really gonna try to be objective with these allegations. But I really like Wendigoon, and after following this situation and having some interactions with some of the people involved, I really like Wendigoon, and I really, really don't like the guy who's accusing him. I really don't like him. I think the guy who's accusing Wendigoon in this situation is kind of a turbo douche. But we'll get to all of that. So what did Wendigoon do? Luckily, he didn't start an alt-right terrorist group this time, as he did with the Embrace of Shadows beef. But Wendigoon allegedly is using AI in his Creepcast thumbnails, or more specifically, his thumbnail artist is using AI in the Creepcast thumbnails. So this YouTuber Slime Beast called out Wendigoon for his use of AI. And we have the video here. The video is 24 minutes long. I highly go recommend you check it out. Like I said, Slime Beast on YouTube. You can find the video pretty easily. The video is titled Wendigoon versus AI. We're only going to be watching a tiny chunk of it tonight. So if you want the full context and the full video, always, of course, go watch the original stuff. Make your own judgments, all of that. I'm going to be giving you my opinion, having looked into everything. But I'm not going to be covering everything super extensively. This is a TLDR of the drama, so if you want details in the nitty-gritty, go do it yourself. But there's a video here. But essentially, the key accusation here is that their thumbnail artist is essentially just taking, like, photos, clips, like different clippings from stock photos, putting them in a collage, and then having AI go over it and merge them all into a singular image and also fill in the blanks where it needs to be done. That is the main accusation, that these thumbnails that could be done by an actual person are being done with extensive AI use. So, and that's the key here, is the extensive AI use. We're not talking about, like, oh, Wendigoon had a Polo logo on his shirt, so the guy used generative fill to get rid of the Polo logo. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, like, and we're also not talking about just typing in, make me a Creepcast thumbnail into ChatGPT. The accusation is a little bit more specific than that. But we're going to go through the entire thing here. I have timestamps of when the actual accusation is. It's about 9 minutes in. So all the stuff before this is just context of Wendigoon's past statements on AI, which I have a lot of problem. I think Wendigoon kind of did this to himself in a lot of ways, because Wendigoon has taken, in my opinion, way too hard of a stance against AI use, to the point where he's basically begging for someone to come along and be like, excuse me, Mr. Goon, you said AI is devil, but this AI and you post. Explain, Mr. Goon, explain. Like, he is begging for people to do that with how hard of a stance he takes against AI. My stance on AI is that pretty much everybody who talks about AI is fucking stupid. Whether they're talking about how good it is, they're really stupid. Or if they're talking about how bad it is, they're really stupid. That's my general take, is that everybody's kind of stupid. AI is... There's a lot of ethical concerns with AI about where stuff's being sourced from, how stuff is being put together, a lot of that. There's a lot of ethical concerns when people are kind of like hiding AI use, when they're like, or they're putting up AI works as their own work. Like, those are all real problems. But I think people on the internet tend to over-moralize about this issue, and get kind of way too heated, and it tends to expand into what I would call AI McCarthyism, where they're just kind of like, they're kind of like James McCarthy running down the halls of the White House like, "Commie! Commie!" But they're doing that with like, AI user, and that just kind of like completely overshadows the actual problems of AI and the actual like moral and ethical issues we could be talking about. But there is place for criticism of AI, obviously. I think I will be going kicking and screaming into the new AI age with every fiber of my being. Every time I see AI, I just want to die. I just want to crawl into a hole and just die. I hate it. It's so annoying. I think it's all so dumb. So yeah, that's the TLDR of my opinions on AI. I have a lot of thoughts. Most of them are just, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go play Skyrim. Those are most of my thoughts when it comes to AI. So, with all that said, let's get into the actual
to
meat
discuss
here.
in this video right now is we're going to discuss Creepcast. We're going to discuss the thumbnails for Creepcast videos, because these are made with AI. Generative AI is used in the process of creating these thumbnails.
Okay, so that's the accusation. These are being used with AI. Generative AI is being used in the process of creating these thumbnails. In my opinion, those are two different accusations, but that's the same. I'm being a little nitpicky there because I think this guy's kind of a douche, so that's apologies. But I think those are kind of two different accusations, but that's the general accusation. Like I said, AI is being used heavily in the process of making these videos. That is the accusation.
For Creepcast, the podcast that Wendigoon co-hosts with Meat Canyon, or Papa Meat, who also uses generative AI in his thumbnails. And here's the thing. Do I think this is a bad thing?
Okay. Now, you might be asking, is there proof? Because that's just kind of wild to just drop that this other guy also uses AI without any kind of, like, follow-up. Like, can you elaborate? So there is some proof. So we'll get into that.
AI in my
but I just want to point that out. That's more of a criticism of the way the video is structured. I think the proof should have been right in with the accusation. I think just dropping those hard lines of like, these people are using AI and this person is using AI, and then just kind of move on and sort of have the proof later on in the video. I think that's just kind of, but again, I'm being nitpicky because I think this guy's
thumbnails.
Kind of
big shocker, big shocker. Now, when I use it, I try to keep it like shitposty. I try to, if I don't have to use it, I don't. But if I have something where it's like, well, the only way to make this thumbnail look like horrible fucking stupid fucking AI is to use horrible stupid fucking AI.
Okay. And that's another thing I will say. We'll come in with some positives here. For the most part, I agree with this guy. I think if I was to hop in a Discord with this dude, which is probably never going to happen at this point, but if I was to hop into a Discord call with this dude, I think we would agree on probably 80% of the issue. I think we would have some disagreement when it comes to the nuances, but I think overall, based on watching this video and what I've seen, I think for the most part, we probably agree on AI and AI use, when it's acceptable, when it's not acceptable. Which makes some things that happen later on in this drama really funny. But yeah, for the most part, I agree with this dude. There are some uses for AI, but it becomes a problem when people use it for the whole thing, when people replace human labor with AI, or when people are deceptive about it. And I think that's a fair and reasonable take that I think most people probably agree with.
There are little options. There are little options. But here you've got some people who have like a bottomless pit of money at their disposal, and they're hiring somebody to do their thumbnails, who is essentially creating a collage, like photoshopping, cropping out certain.
And that's what I said at the top. That's important because that's the accusation, is that it's a collage with AI being used to fill in the gaps.
Images, and then putting them through AI to generate a thumbnail based on those images. Because that's what's going on here. Is these are like pre-taken photos. These are pieces of clip art photos or stock photos, and then AI is used to fill in the rest.
That isn't too hard to do. So like I think that's a fair thing to accuse. That's a fair thing to accuse somebody of, because that is like that I would say that's a standard way of like sneakily using AI. So I think he's going in the right direction as far as like, yeah, if this dude was using AI for the thumbnails, that's 100% how he would.
If you look at the thumbnail of room 733 over here on the left, you can see the fucked up windows.
Okay. Here's where this video kind of falls apart for me. And where I kind of start to be like, okay. Because I looked at these windows for 15 minutes. I have no idea what he's talking about. Genuinely. I don't have any idea what he's talking about. He says...
Of room 733
let's hear it again.
over here on the left. You can see the fucked up windows.
You can see the fucked up windows.
The windows that don't match up and don't make sense, which...
Are you guys seeing... Like, am I missing something here? Like, genuinely. I'm genuinely asking. Am I missing something? Because I don't see what he's talking about. The only thing I can see what he means, what I think he's talking about, and this is why I'll get to this later, but like there was a chance for some explanations to be had, and I kind of wish that I got those explanations, because like genuinely, I think what he's talking about is these windows aren't lining up right here. But to me, this obviously looks like this part of the building to the left of Wendigoon is a completely different photo than the photo of this window, in my opinion. And that's why they're misaligned. Which when we see TK's explanation for how he makes thumbnails, that is probably exactly what happened. Is that this is a completely different building over here to the left, and this window is from a completely different thing. Like, this is probably... Honestly, it probably isn't even a different building. It's probably the same building, and this window is just added in, superimposed on top of whatever window would be actually lining up with this window. So, like, this... and I don't see what else... I mean, like, yeah, this line is kind of... Like, this line's kind of crooked, but, like... Nothing else about this is screaming AI to me. Like, even when you look down here in the foliage, like, all of the leaves connect, all of the leaves make sense. His fingers all look good. Like, all of the things that I would be like, okay, yeah, this is AI, are, like, not here. Maybe this background. Like, this to me right here, this radiator, this looks like generative fill right here, this radiator. But I would argue that using generative fill to add radiator to a wall in the background is a very different thing than what the original accusation actually was, in my opinion. So, if anybody out there knows what Slime Beast is talking about, please let me know, because I need the red circles. I need the red circles, Slime Beast. I need my red circles and my flashing arrows pointing at me, so I know what I'm looking at, because I don't see it here.
Generated with AI. So I would be confident in saying that entire background is probably generated by AI.
Okay, so now the accusation, the entire background is generated by AI. That I am 100% certain in saying that is not the case. There's 0% chance that this entire background is generative AI. The foliage is too good. The vines all connect. The leaves connect. I mean, yeah, we can go in on the nitty-gritty and maybe we might find something. But at a cursory glance, everything in this background makes sense to me. And what he pointed out, the windows being quote-unquote fucked up, I don't see that. I don't see that. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to be looking at here.
You look at the doll on the thumbnail of I work at a half-priced voodoo shop. the doll, when you look at the thumbnail in like a larger view, that appears to be entirely generated by AI. Like the buttons are all fucked up.
Does it? Like again, I feel like this is what I mean. Like I feel, and this is why I call it like AI McCarthyism. Is it feels like we're making shit up in order to call Wendigoon stupid for using AI or a hypocrite for using AI. Like I genuinely do not see what he's talking about. This voodoo doll being clearly AI. Everything on this voodoo doll makes sense to me. The wrinkles are all correct. The wrinkles don't just come out of nowhere. All of the stitching is uniform size, other than the part where it's like, yeah, it's stitching, so there's gonna be small variations. All of the stitching looks correct. He mentions
that appears to be entirely generated by AI. Like the buttons are all fucked up, and I don't see that. I don't see that. You know, certain things don't make sense.
Like do you guys see anything in this doll that doesn't make sense? I genuinely do not. Like I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to be a douche. I'm not trying to like be like, oh, this guy's fucking stupid. But like I just genuinely I do not see what he's talking about. Everything on this doll looks completely normal to me. And I've seen a lot of AI. I like to think I'm decent at catching on to AI images at this point. I mean, obviously the AI image generators are always getting better, so who knows how long that will be the case, or even if that's still the case this hour. But nothing in this doll is sending off my AI sensors. Like the lighting, maybe the lighting, but again, like that's a simple lighting map. Like that's an easy
like
thing
a
to add in
larger
Photoshop.
view.
Like I don't
that
think...
appears to be entirely generated by AI. Like the buttons are all fucked.
I am 100% confident in saying that the entire doll is not generated.
Entirely generated by AI.
Zero
like
shot.
The buttons are all fucked up.
Zero shot that this entire doll is generated by AI. I'm saying zero shot.
Certain things don't make sense. The background doesn't make sense. So we're not even talking about everything in these images being like a Photoshop collage, which is then smoothed over with AI, which is something I have done. We're talking about this actually using generative AI.
Okay. So now the accusation has changed to the backgrounds being generative AI. And that's why I kind of gave a TLDR of the accusation at the beginning, because he kind of changes it subtly throughout the video, but the core accusation remains the same. And the core accusation is that AI is being heavily used in the creation process of these thumbnails. So those are all the videos he pulls up. That's most of the evidence.
I would say
we do need to speed this up a bit. So I'm gonna 2x this.
Fire this thumbnail artist who is showing no actual artistic skill. They may have artistic skill, but they're not showing it. They're showing no actual artistic skill in these thumbnails.
Okay, now we're like going, in my opinion, way too hard. No artistic. Now we've decided that every single one of these thumbnails is entirely AI generated and that the artist isn't showing
and thus
any
don't deserve
talent.
to be making these thumbnails in Wendigoon's own words. Hire an actual artist. Hire actual artists, plural. You know, because
and hire actual artists, plural. I think this guy is virtue signaling. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. I have reasons for thinking that. I think this whole video is a massive virtue signal. I genuinely do. It's either... Because, like, I don't want to come out and call this dude a clout goblin, because that's, like, really shitty to call someone a clout goblin. But, like... The motivations do not feel genuine to me. Nothing about this video or his motivations feel genuine.
I think that the problem is you probably would have trouble getting an artist to keep up with the schedule of an upload a week, you know, making high-quality thumbnails. So get a couple. Tap into your community. You have a wonderful community full of artists who probably are champing at the bit to work with you guys and, you know, draw something for you. And they're all just sitting aside as you have somebody who's using AI generate your thumbnails.
Yep.
Based off of, like, you know, cropped out, you know.
And if that were the case, that would be true. If that is the case, that is a true statement. They are fucking over actual people and keeping jobs away from people who could use them in order for this person to type prompts into a generator.
Pictures of you guys.
So
and
that is a fair point.
Thumbnails, like you look at the Happy Appy thumbnail on the right here. There's an image of Happy Appy, which is like a classic image associated with the story, and that I think was created by the actual writer of the story, and that has been placed in the middle of this AI thumbnail. So you know what that means? That means that your thumbnail artist took somebody's artwork and fed it into AI. I think was
what makes this thumbnail AI? What makes this thumbnail AI?
Image associated with the story, and that I think was created by the actual writer of the story, and that has been placed in the middle of this AI thumbnail.
What? What? Please. What about this thumbnail is you can't just say that. You cannot just say that. You need to provide evidence. You need to provide proof. You cannot just say, look at this. This apple was placed in the middle of an AI thumbnail. And then not show any indicator that this thumbnail is even AI.
So you know what that means? That means that your thumbnail artist took somebody's artwork and fed it into AI.
And now he's saying that this apple was generated by the AI generator, all right? TK, the thumbnail artist, created a fucking Laura of whatever Apple character this is, and stole it from the artist and put that into the generator and You can't just say that. You need to show evidence. You have not shown any evidence that this thumbnail is AI generated, and I'm not convinced that you showed evidence that any of the other thumbnails are AI generated, to be clear.
Like, this is literally part of the problem. You know, you're having, you have somebody who's submitting people's artwork and sending it into the AI program that you say that you're against. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I don't.
Okay. So that's pretty much the end of the accusations, and then he starts going into like some older stuff that Wendigoon has done. But that is the end of the thumbnail accusations. So, and we got to get through this. We are taking a long time. So that's the accusation. TK, the thumbnail artist, responded, and he showed the before and afters of each one. And to me, like, this is pretty, like, yeah, I buy this. To me, this is proof. This is proof positive for me. Like, I can see in my brain the adjustment layers and the filters and, like, the overlays that he's layered on top of this image to make this. Like, I can see where he feathered the images together as someone who spends a lot of time in Photoshop. So, this pretty much put it all to bed for me. I was like, okay, yeah, this guy makes his own thumbnails. At most, what he's probably doing, I would imagine that he just has, it's just the generative fill tool on Photoshop, which is like, if I took a picture of the Washington Monument, actually that is a perfect example. I took a photo of the Washington Monument, and there was a school field trip class in front of it, and I hovered it over with my little, just circled the student group with my little pen tool, or the lasso tool, and I just hit generative fill, and it got rid of the children. And so I could see TK doing that, but again, that is a completely, using generative fill to get rid of details in an image is very, 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 very different than using AI to make the thumbnail, or heavily using AI in the thumbnail making process. So TK provided this as proof. I think that's pretty solid. And then he also offered this time lapse of the actual thumbnail being made. Now, someone pointed out, where was it? Someone pointed out that he has some tabs open that would suggest he's using AI. But these tabs just say GEN and then it cuts off. So we're kind of reaching there. So yeah, people are arguing that these tabs up here are proof that he's using generative tools because he's either has a tab that starts with generative. That could literally be anything. That is like the biggest non-argument of all time. That is the dumbest point I've ever heard anybody make. That's like if I had a tab open that said, like, I don't know, it said, I had a article open, like a tab that said sexual assault at TwitchCon. All right, let's say I had a tab open that had that, and someone took a screenshot of the tab that said SE and then gone, and was like, "Oh my gosh, JTV Live is googling sex," like that. Like, what? That is a non-argument. So this again, it's so painfully loud. This pretty much proves to me, like, okay, guy doesn't use it. He doesn't even use generative fill like I would have thought he did. But this video is really interesting to me as someone, I make all my own thumbnails. I enjoy doing it. So yeah, pretty proof positive in my opinion. And then here's just another time lapse of another thumbnail. So I'm pretty sold on this guy being legit. This guy convinced me. I think he's real. Dude, TK, you have earned your laurels. I give you your laurels. Now, and so yeah, that's where this drama should have ended, in my opinion. That's where this drama should have ended. But no, that is not where it ended. Because Slime Beast doubled down. Slime Beast doubled down and said, hopefully the last post about this guy, but I think this is a good end cap, so I'm sharing it. Creepcast thumbnail artist has admitted to using generative AI during his thumbnail creations for the show. And though he's still desperate to justify it and add stipulations, that's him reversing the no generative AI all by hand lie. Alright? Now, based on what we've seen previously, what if I told you guys that the evidence that he provides does not show this at all? Because it doesn't. The evidence he provides is a screenshot of TK saying, removing items using generative AI is valid because something that specific area. However, generating details as a whole is not generative. I can't even read it because the screenshot is so horribly cropped because, in my opinion, Slime Beast is a bad faith moron who just wants some drama. That's my opinion. I think Slime Beast is... And this is what, like, kind of convinced me. It's like, alright, this guy's just... I don't know what his motives are, but they're not positive. His motives are not trying to prevent AI use. That's not the motive. This guy has selfish motives. I don't know if it's just he wants the drama. I don't know if it's, like, a really slow week for the normal topics he covers. But, like, him doubling down like this and providing, like, the most horribly cropped screenshot so we can't even see the full context of what TK said. And not only that, but he said TK has admitted to using generative AI during his thumbnail creations. And what he provides is TK not admitting to using it, just saying that removing items using generative AI, which is what I was talking about, using generative fill, is not the same. Which, objectively, it isn't. That is a different accusation and a different topic entirely. So for Slime Beast to come out here and say that TK has admitted to using generative AI during his thumbnail creations, that is goalpost shifting. That is total goalpost shifting. And here's the last thing. Another thing. Slime Beast continues to double down on Twitter. And he says... Thumbnail artist couldn't use generative AI on the last Creepcast one because he wanted to record his work. It literally stands out to compare when you compare it to the rest. Slime Bees, I'm here to tell you it literally doesn't. It literally doesn't. Am I wrong? It just looks like he has different adjustment layers. That's it. That's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any distinct or clear difference with this thumbnail and any of these other ones. And so, like, and that's why I said this at the start. I feel like I'm being gaslit, and this feels like AI McCarthyism. Not, like, this feels all made up. Like, it's somebody, someone's showing me a picture, and it's like, look at this communist. And it's just a dude in a red shirt. And I'm supposed to, like, know, like, oh, yeah, obviously, if he's wearing a red shirt, he's a communist. Like, what are we doing here, dude? Like, what are we doing? And... after all this, Slime Beast pretty much confirmed to me that he's not doing this for the right reasons. Where's the screenshot? No! Did I get rid of it? Hold on, where was it? I think it was on his Twitter. He blocked me, by the way, which is funny. Where was it? Did he delete the tweet? Because he was doing shit that I do. This is how I know that he's not doing it for the right reasons. Hey guys, why they try? And it's someone calling him retarded and then him coming back, don't quote your father at me, boy. He's retweeting his own one-liners. That's the shit I do, alright? And it's cringy and pathetic when I do it. And it's cringy and pathetic when you do it, Slime Beast. So this was pretty much the final nail in the coffin where I'm like, alright, this guy... I don't know what his motives are, but they're not good, and he's just kind of being a turbo douche about this now. He had an interesting accusation, and he had something, but then he didn't have any evidence for it, And then he doubled down and started acting like a turbo douche on Twitter. And then in continuing the pattern of just non-evidence, he reposts this photo of this fucked up water tower with 2 ladders from one of TK's most recent designs. Now, when you look at this ladder, yeah, that looks kind of fucked up. There's 2 ladders there that don't connect. That's very weird. Except, this is the original thumbnail. So TK posted the original collage that he used. So this is the original water tower. And this is the one that Slime Beast screenshotted. Am I missing something? Like, genuinely, what am I missing? This is the same fucking water tower. This is literally the same fucking water tower. All of the ladders are the same. All of the trusses are the same. Everything is literally exactly the same, except there's no logo this time. What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to learn from this? What does this mean? Explain! America, explain! What do you mean? What do you mean, water tower? The water tower! What does it mean, Mason? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. And so because I didn't understand, I quite shamelessly, to be completely honest, this was very shameless, very stupid, but I decided to shamelessly insert myself into this drama. And I made a little thread on Twitter, just talking about, like, this because I thought AI McCarthyism was a good line, so I'm like, you know what, I'll insert myself into this drama to go, AI McCarthyism is ridiculous. So I put this, and in the thread, I say, genuinely, am I missing something here? It's just flipped, LMFAO. I want to cover this on stream, so please tell me what I'm supposed to be seeing here. Like, it's exactly the same, just with the logo removed. Which at that point, you're arguing, well, a real artist would use content-aware fill, not generative fill, which is so retarded, I don't even know where to start. And that's how I feel. Like, I don't think there's any... Ostensibly, there's no difference between content-aware fill and generative fill, in my opinion. From, like, a moral and ethical standpoint, and from, like, a honesty standpoint, I don't think there's any difference. If I use generative fill in my shit, I'm gonna say that I made it by hand. Like, I am. Like, perfect example. I created this very news background right now, and if I remove my webcam, you'll literally see how fucked up the background behind my webcam is, because there was 2 people sitting at this desk that I took a screenshot of on CNN. And so I selected the person and then just used generative fill to get rid of them. And I don't feel any moral quandaries in saying that I made this news overlay by hand. You can disagree with that, that's fine, but I think that's a nuanced disagreement and not like a core issue disagreement, in my opinion. So I said all that, and this was the final nail on the coffin for me. Slime Beast responded to me, which I didn't expect, and he said, "Hey, idiot, if you use AI tools, don't go, no AI, no, dumb fuck." And it's just like, alright, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, genuinely, what are we doing? And so, like, I just retweeted that, just like, yeah, okay, dude, good luck on your crusade. Because, like, genuinely, what are we doing? And then I made the joke about, the worst thing about this is the hypocrisy. And he responded, oh, he blocked me, so I can't see it. Do I have the notification? Oh, yeah, here we go. And so his last response to me was, don't expect a clout-brained loser to realize how dumb that tweet was, lol. And now it makes sense. Now I know why this Wendigoon drama exists. That's it. That right there. This is why it exists. Slime Beast was trying to get some Wendigoon clout. Because, like, that's such a stupid thing to jump to. To call me clout-brained because I criticized you with, like, in my opinion, genuine criticism. Like, I think what I said, like, yeah, it was kind of snarky, but, like, what I said, like, I feel like I gave genuine points. And instead of addressing my actual claim, he called me a dumb fuck and then just said I was clout obsessed. And it's just like, all right, dude. Like, I don't know what his motives are, but my gut tells me this is all just clout drama. This is all just clout drama because this is so dumb. And then he blocked me. And so, like, yeah, I don't know. I think this whole drama is stupid. So I'll say what I said here on Twitter. Slime Beast, good luck on your crusade. And also, I hate to break it to you, but if I'm going to be clout chasing, which I do from time, I'm not immune to clout chasing, but if I'm going to be clout chasing, it's not going to be off of a 15K sub creepypasta YouTuber. All right? I hate to break it to you. I hate to put you down like that. But if I'm clout brained, if I was clout brained, I would not be starting beef with a 15K creepypasta YouTuber, to be clear. That's the end of the Wendigoon drama. What a stupid week. Everybody's stupid. That's what we learned tonight. Everybody online is stupid. There are very few normal people left, and everybody just wants their 5 minutes of fame by taking down a big YouTuber. That was the lesson. And now we move on into some No Man's Sky. Do you guys like my outro animation? Oh fuck. That entire time I was streaming pointless bullshit drama, I could have been updating the game. That probably would have been smart. That probably would have been a good idea. But no, I guess we'll just chill. What did you guys think of this weekend in drama? Leave it down in the comments below. I think I think the biggest thing to come out of this week is just that Sykunno is a piece of shit. That's the last thing I want to reiterate. Sykunno is a cheating piece of shit. And super fake. And also, Wendigoon needs to be way more careful about how he talks about AI. That's the other thing we learned. There's being critical of something, and then there's being, like, so ridiculously critical of something that you set yourself up for hypocrisy allegations. And I think that's where we were at. What's up? Folivora Zinarthra. I have no idea what that rant was about, but I approve. Thank you, gamer. TLDR is Wendigoon got in some drama. He got accused of using AI in his thumbnails. And the guy who accused him provided ostensibly no evidence of him using AI. And then was also a massive turbo douche to me on Twitter. And so we hate him. Don't hate him. I don't hate him. I just dislike him. So that's the TLDR of what we just went through. But now we're playing No Man's Sky. We're getting into some alien battles. No generative AI in this game. No Wendigoons. There are slime beasts, though. Those do exist in this game. Alright. It has been so long since I played this, on or off stream. Also, it's very loud. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna have to make it quieter in game. Okay. Let's pause. Options. That's the wrong one. I saw A and I clicked. I think it's internal. Yeah. It is kind of crazy how loud this game is. I think 15. I think 5, 10. The little weird alien noises I don't think need to be super loud, so we'll get rid of that. Alright, apply. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's kind of let the game load in. I believe... Okay, yeah, we're definitely at the museum right now. Also, we need to offload the manifest that we found last stream. The crew manifest. Let's see. Log. I don't know how to access the new stuff. Community research, surveying, dreams of the deep, lost in space, under rebel star. I feel like there's gonna be a... I feel like there should be a... Alright, let's just go to the space station and see what's up there. But I feel like there should be like a quest marker to be like, oh, To build, you gotta build the hello ball.
Alert. Navigational data received.
What did I just receive navigational data to? Ah, I bet that's the thing. Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen this logo before. So it's something. If it's not the alien battle arena, it's something new. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. Where are we going? Target sweep active. This way. You know, considering how big my base... This planet probably has my largest base on it, and I don't think I've explored any of it. We should at some point explore our little planet that we own here, especially considering how aesthetic it is. I kind of wish it landed me a little closer, but... This is gonna be... It's very nice playing this game and knowing that I don't have to walk really far and drive a bunch of scraps somewhere. As cool as it was to be playing Truck Sim inside of No Man's Sky, that expedition took so long and the rewards were not fully worth it in my opinion. But it's all good. We gotta get the save beacon, obviously. Save and chart. The Keythorn Enclave. Alright, what do they got? Hello, slime beast. Anyway. That'll be the last mention. User identified. Terminal active. Hold on, I can do a better robot voice. User identified. Terminal active. Accessing schematics. The place the Overseer has led me has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily, pulsating fauna that I have seen before in long-abandoned buildings. The air is fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with little hope of success, but to my surprise, it buzzes noisily and springs to life. My Overseer's intuition has served me well so far. I shall have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. I don't think that was actually part of anything. Yeah, that seemed very unrelated to alien battles. So let's get to the space station and see if we can't learn more there. I am not walking. We do not walk here. Throw it here, please. Just destroy every tree. I love how whenever my ship lands, it does like the big sweeping move that just takes the nose and knocks it out of everything. It's very funny. Alright, there is the space station. I would also... It'd also probably be a good idea to like warp to another, not warp, but teleport to another system, because I'm pretty sure this isn't a pretty explored. Oh, fuck it! I was just saying we need to go somewhere far away. Also, the game is still way too loud. Something about like the sound effects in this game are just very like present. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Do I want to do this right now? No, I don't. I don't care. I don't really care about this. Bye. Bye. This is not an us problem. I missed the part where this was my problem. I'm just gonna go back to the space station. I don't need to be involved. It's like the Sykunno trauma. None of us need to be involved in that. We can just kind of go our own way. Okay, so the scrap dealer, I'm assuming, is who I turn in this crew manifest to. This is a really cool space station. Sorry, I just realized the silver scheme we got going on. Very nice, very upscale. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, let's see what scrap dealer has to say. Then also figure out where we can find these alien battles. What do we got?
Friend has information, yes? I can smell it. You wish to make a trade? I have much tainted metal.
Sell crew manifest. Hell yeah, dude. So much tainted metal. Ooh, fossil.
Welcome. It is joyful to syphilis.
Whoa.
Oniska, trader of fossils. Please, friend, fasal us make a sippin.
Browse fossil archive. What do we got? Oh, I don't have any. Okay, these are swaps. Okay. Interesting. Game, you're giving me alerts for a space battle that I'm not even a part of and don't really care about. What are we doing? Oh. Okay. Hollow Arena. Yo, let's go. Okay. Okay, obviously, Woodini is gonna be on there. We need to name our guys. We got Photo. Okay, we got a radiation type, a ground type, and then probably a leaf type. Rugi Ruga or Solarpedo. Let's do Rugi Ruga. All right. This was way easier to find than I expected. So now we just need to go hunt a bunch of animals is what I'm getting. Let's begin. All right. Oh shit. Clayetta starts to use Pack Hunter, 29 damage. Okay, swipe and venom. Okay, let's inject some larvae, I guess. What do we do? What did that do? Heavy damage in 3 turns. Yo! Woodini performed necrosis. Oh shit, that was a lot of damage. In venom deals a lot of toxic damage. This one. Oh, but they're strong against it. Okay, we have a lot of health. Let's see. Yep. Clayetta finishes Pack Hunter. Alright. Decreases the combat effectiveness of the opposing creature by 18 for 6. We should have used that at the beginning. I'll use Swipe. Oh, that was clean. Woodini is an A-class alien, so I think we'll be pretty good. Wild Growth. Oh, cooldowns reset. Nice. Let's do another Envenom. That did a lot of damage last time. Oh, get fucked, Clayetta. Hell yeah, dude. Woodini is so far undefeated. We might be able to just mainline Woodini. Oh shit. Lanternina. Let's produce larvae. Large heal in 3 turns. Oh, that's really good. Okay, we might definitely be able to waits for, yeah, inject larva. Get injected. Yo, what are you in? This is No Man's Sky. This is the new No Man's Sky update. They literally added Pokemon to the game. So No Man's Sky is now another game we can add to the list of Pokemon games that are better than Pokemon has been in the past 15 years. We'll do another Envenom. That seemed to do pretty good. We need to get some damage going. Alright. There we go. Okay, their cooldowns just reset. Hell yeah. Got some health back. Let's do another larva. Let's produce more babies. Give us more healing babies, please. I need as many healing babies as I possibly can get. This is gonna be my new... This is now, from now on, gonna be like the only thing I do in this game now. I'm gonna be traveling to every system and just beating the gym master at every star station. That is for sure what I'm gonna be doing now. I am not playing on multiplayer. This is just single player. Because I'm trying to, like, figure out all the systems right now. Let's see. Swipe. Oh, that did some good damage. Dude, Houdini is OP. Oh, they missed. Chromato. Let's see. Decreases the combat effectiveness. Let's do that. This creature's still, like, at pretty top health. Alright. Conflagration. Okay. Finally, my healing went up. More babies. Anytime we can have babies, we gotta have babies. Those babies heal us so well. Alright, conflagration. Envenom. Get him. Alright, that did good. I probably should have injected babies into him, but we'll save our injection babies for later. We'll do it next round. Alright, cooldowns reset. Alright, inject babies. And then in 3 turns, they'll be dead, basically. At this point. It's funny how much quieter this part of the game is from the rest. Let's go! Oh my gosh, my healing babies did so much. More healing babies. Dude, this guy's hype. This lizard man is like super into what we got going on here. Phoenix Feather. Cooldowns reset. Yo, stop healing yourself with inner fire. It's so unfair. Alright, we gotta just mainline damage now. We've done way too many buffs and debuffs and shit. Yo! Our injected babies finally hit! Let's go. That did so much. Okay, we might be able to finish him off with a swipe. Come on, end it. End it. End it. Let's go, Houdini! Let's go! Houdini! Houdini for the win! Holy shit. Yo, Houdini is OP. OP Houdini. Did I get anything from that? I got Houdini XP and some nanites. Dude, that was epic. Okay, we gotta go to a new station. We gotta beat another master. We gotta level up. We gotta level Houdini up to the max. And then we can start doing some multiplayer battles. And then we're just gonna clear. Alright, we are gonna be the very best. We're gonna be Space Ash Ketchum. That's our new goal. Our original goal was to be Space Ben Stiller from Night at the Museum. Our new goal is we gotta be Space Ash Ketchum. So let's see what planets we got going on here. We got an unknown moon. Blighted moon. Okay. What do we got? Decaying nuclear planet. Interesting. Might be some powerful creatures there. Grassy planet. Okay, I just want to see what that looks like for the aesthetics. I think like red and blue star systems are we're gonna find the best ones. Molten planet. We do need a fire type. Actually. Okay, it looks like there's another moon to this big planet and then another planet behind it. Let's go to the grassy one. That's the molten planet. Where's grassy? Is this grassy? Grassy, okay. So this will probably have a lot of animals to at least choose from. And then I want to see what my roster's like. We also got to name our animals. Now that the animals actually have, like, uses, we gotta go crazy. I loved giving my Pokemon silly, stupid names, so I'm very excited to be doing that now. Maybe this update will finally get some of my other friends into it. Because I've been trying to get my other friends to be like Be like, yo, No Man's Sky, pretty fire. We should all totally do something. But, oh well. Yo! It was a blue world and all the shit was blue. That's what we're naming this. Hold on, we're naming this planet now. Dabu Dai. Boom. We just ruined this planet for everybody else. Alright, what do we got? I don't think we have any air types. But I would much rather have one of the sky worms from the museum planet for our air type. Gotta get all the units. I get so much money for just scanning things, so I gotta scan as much as I possibly can. Oh my gosh, there's so many animals that all of a sudden just, like, appeared. Okay. Alright, all of the animals are this way, it seems. Okay, we can never have too much buried salvage materials. Let me just go ahead and grab all of that. Thank you, technology. Pretty good. Nope. Nope, okay. We're all this... Okay, I guess they were all just the same bird. There was just a lot of them. That explains why they were all kind of up as well. The giant sea monster would also be really cool. I feel like we have an underwater base somewhere. Oh, gotta recharge. Alright, doesn't seem to be anything super interesting on this planet, but I'm glad we landed here and got to name it after my favorite blue-themed song. But this is definitely the bluest world I've been to. Grab that. Okay. Shit. Wait, and now we go. Cool beans. Alright, I want to go, I think, molten. Ooh. Okay, we have a good view of the other planets we missed now. We didn't get to scan. So one of these planets might be, like, crazy. What does it say? Dusty planet. Not really that crazy. Hazy moon. Okay. Not really much out and about in this system. So, let's see what we got. That's the wrong one. This one. What do we got nearby? I think maybe like a red system or a blue system. Ooh. Super high value economy. Yes, please. I don't think I'm able to warp my freighter to this system, but I can try. 5 planets. Gek. Experimental booming. Okay. Can I summon... Yo, I can summon Sponch Prime. Alright. We're gonna hop into Sponch Prime real quick. Because, A, I probably have some expeditions I can send off into the world. And B, I also probably have some pretty good stuff we can sell here. If not, we can buy some stuff here. Fill our coffers with extra loot that we can sell in another system. Gotta be on that capitalism game, gamers. While trying to be space Ash Ketchum, we also want to try to be space, shit, what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis from There Will Be Blood. I forget his character's name. We need to be that guy. I take your minerals I bring them all the way over here. And I sell them in the space station. Fleet Command Online. Calibrating to Fleet Commander. Yeah, debrief. Yep, you did so many cool things. I don't really care about that. I just care about the goodies you have for me. And it looks like only one of our ships has been damaged, which is really good. Usually it's like 5. Usually most of our ships are damaged when they get back. Let's see. Frigate. Ooh, that's really good. Units. Structural units. Carbon. Ooh, another salvage frigate module. Frigate. I don't know why I say frigate. I know it's frigate. Frigate, dude. Fleet Command Online. Yeah. Debrief. Give me the goodies. I'm just here for the goodies. Units, data, nanites, things, arc crystal, boom. Yeah. Okay, cool. Lots of money. Thank you. Fleet Command Online. Debrief. What do we got? Units, storage augmentation. That's really good. Units, pearl, copper, units. Okay. Lots of good things. Ooh. I didn't even notice the delicate flora. Alright, did any of that go into my inventory? It doesn't... Looks like all of it went into my inventory. We gotta fix that. Alright, sell. What do I got? I feel like I need these for something, but I'm gonna sell them all. Hypnotic Eye. Let's keep that. I don't know why, but I just kind of... Something about it just makes me not want to get rid of it. Oops. I fat-fingered right-click. Let's see. Storm Crystal, Hadal Core, that we want to keep. Vortex Cube. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Chipped Crab Spear. Inverted Core. I feel like I want that. Eldritch Organs. I feel like I probably also want that, maybe. We got Geknip, we can get rid of that. We got Convergence Cubes, we can get rid of that. Here we go, Superconducting Fiber. Get rid of that. Okay, that, we need to find somebody. Clone Cottonwood, yep, get rid of that. Torpedo Launcher, ooh. I'm going to hold on to the torpedo launcher, I think. Granite, we can get rid of. Nanotube crates. Yeah, get rid of those. Larval core. Yeah, sure. Pugnium, salvage frigate module. Polished stone. I feel like there's something we can do with that. Get rid of that. We don't need the activated indium. Keep the gold nuggets. We don't need this. Alright, that's our exosuit inventory. Now going into our starship inventory. I can build those, so I can just sell that. I probably needed it for something, but who cares? Dirt. I guess we'll keep the dirt on us. Micro. These are easy to remake. Get rid of the sac venom. Carrier AI. Ooh. Search archive. Translate information by your crash. Okay, I think I want to keep that. Obviously, that we want to keep. That we want to keep. This we want to keep. Suspicious packets we want to open. Sell this. I know we're getting a really terrible price on a lot of those, but it's more so I just don't want them in my inventory right now. Semiconductor. Yeah, get rid of that. Neural duct. Salvage. Oronium. Here we go. Superconducting fibers. We can get such a better price on that. But I can also just make it. Like, those are commodities that I literally just have the recipe for. Okay, now we gotta kind of... Yeah, throw that in there. Yeah, I don't know what all that's about, so just toss it in there. Yep. This is gonna go into my freighter. we can keep. This I'm saving just in case they need it at the what's it called? Anomaly, because sometimes she's looking for golden nuggets. I don't really need that. I do not need any C class upgrades. We'll just put all of our tainted metal in our. We'll keep it in our starship, I think. And I also have got some stuff here. Let's throw that. Put that in our freighter. Okay, I don't know what any of these are for. I mean, I know what wiring loom is for. Survival technology, quickly and efficiently restored to working order. Okay, that's probably good to just kind of keep on us. Indium we can put in storage. I'm not going to immediately need it. Gold, yeah. And then a lot of stuff we can combine from our regular inventory. This can go in the freighter. This can go in the freighter. And then from our regular inventory, isn't this thrilling, guys? Fecium. I actually want to keep Fecium on me because I'm constantly wanting to plant things and then don't have any way to any of the Fecium. Let's see. Herox. Put this in the storage unit. Freighter. Okay, I think that we're good as far as combining. There we go. Go ahead and just do some resorting here. All right. I feel comfortable with everything we've accomplished. So now I want to come in here and collect our drugs. I am curious how far out this way I can build. We're just going to take all of this. I think I might have enough stuff to do another row here. Oh yeah, we definitely have enough Fecium. I'll get all of this. Okay. And then just build this all the way out. And then reinforced window. Yeah. Yeah. And then we got the plants. Nip nip. Dude, I'm gonna have like... My goal is to eventually, at one point, be able to harvest all of my Nip Nip buds and sell them all for like $100 million at once. That is like my end goal. I think we can achieve. Where's all my Nip Nip? There it is. 637,000. Oh, don't know why that was there. Must have gotten placed on accident. All right, we can talk to this guy and then we can leave the freighter. This is the last bit of freighter stuff we need to do. Our last freighter chore. Let's see. Combat, yeah, and yeah. No. Launch that. Balanced. Let's just send the Discovery. And we'll send a support ship. Oh, these are both support ships. We'll send a trade and a support ship. And then combat. 2-star. Boom, boom. Launch. Balanced. 2-star. We'll do exploration. We'll do a raider. That should give us 3. Yep. And then last one, combat patrol. There we go. Epic. See how easy that was? This is not where I want to go this way. Alright. So I haven't really scanned any of these planets. And we also haven't been to the space station yet. So we need to get our inventory. Let's go to the space station first. And let's see if we can't just, once again, mainline Houdini and just crush this guy here. Now, at some point, I am gonna need to go to the restroom. Just FYI. I'll probably do that after this battle. Go to the restroom, get a seltzer water, and we'll start winding. I don't really care about the Overseer mission. This is another really cool color scheme for a space station, I just realized. I'm a big fan. This is like the Crimson Fleet space station. Yeah, can I sell you any of the things that I have? Sell Captain's Log. Can I do another one? Okay. Nice. Where's the battle station? There's one. Is there one on each side? Okay, there's one on each side. Alright, so we got 2 space battles to do. Alright. We got our team. I don't need to change the lineup. We only need Houdini. Shit, burning lungs. -5% combat. Okay. Well, I can reduce your combat effectiveness by 18%, not just 5. So, take that shit, more ass. More ass is correct. Because you're ass. BB used Roar, but missed. His name's BB? Okay. He swapped out for BB. Let's use Inject Larva. That's probably why he swapped him out. Alright, BB, what you gonna do? Oh! BB used Sandstorm. There's so many jokes to be made about that, none of which are remotely okay. But I just want to point out that there's a lot of jokes to be made about BB used Sandstorm. Oh my gosh, they keep stop using Sandstorm. That's their combat effectiveness is too high in Venom. That only did 73 damage. I need my babies to hit. I need my injected babies to hit. Fuck, Houdini might be out. Houdini might be out. We gotta produce some healing babies. We gotta get some healing babies out here. Okay, my injected babies finally hit. Good, good. Okay, he yawned. Oh, that's bad. Oh, they get to heal instantly. Okay, we'll use more ass. Gotta give him more ass. Take that. Okay, what are we doing? What's the move? Okay, burning lungs, -5% combat effectiveness. That's not terrible. We'll save, inject larvae, whatever. Inject babies, and we'll just do that. All right, good job, okay, Houdini. All right, Houdini, we need more healing babies. Give us more healing babies. That background robotic technology. Okay, cool. My healing babies just hit. Oh, dude, we're gonna have so much health. Okay, 140. Not bad, not bad. We might need to inject some babies. Let's inject some babies. Alright, what's he gonna do? Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, we gotta do Envenom. Damn it! Woodini, come on. He's right in front of you. How do you even miss? Shit. BB, you gotta stop using Sandstorm. Okay, we need more healing babies. Our healing babies are about to hit, but... There we go! Could never have too many healing babies. Dude, his Sandstorm ability is crazy. 44% combat effectiveness is insane. But my injected babies should be hitting here soon. Let's go! What did I say? Oh, those injection babies are so OP. Okay, we got a weird flower pot with a face. A Geocedo. Call of the Wild. Opponent switched to tropical. Alright, well, we'll just use more ass on you. Alright, cool. More ass is always effective. What's he doing? What's he hit me with? Yo! You can't just cleanse yourself of debuffs. Fuck you. Okay, we don't really need any more healing larvae, so we'll inject some babies. Yep. Okay, my other healing babies just hit. And we're now back to full health. I genuinely think that we can just mainline Woodini. I don't think I need any of my other aliens. Woodini, like, his one-hit attacks aren't super powerful. Okay, well, that one did really well. Most of his okay, that one also did really well. Most of his regular attacks aren't super strong, but his, like, baby injection and his healing babies are, like, crazy powerful. I should have used my healing babies there. Okay, we gotta use our healing babies. Alright, epic. Epic! Alright, I think 2 more regular hits. Toxic 28 damage per turn is not good. Yeah. Oh, clean. All right, one more little thing, and I think we got him. I need those healing babies to hit, dude. I think my healing babies will hit in the next round. Okay, 69 damage. Nice. Swipe. Oh, thank God. Okay, one left. One left. We got one left. You got it, Woodini. You got it, Woodini. I believe. Angelina is about to get wrecked. We're gonna turn him into a nice lobster bisque. Alright, where are my healing babies? I need my healing babies, dude. I thought I already... Okay, there are my healing babies. Cool, cool, cool. Uh-oh. Heavy damage in 4 turns. Okay, well, luckily we did more healing babies. Let's inject some larvae. Alright, we injected some babies. Iteration reset. Okay. We'll use more ass. Decreases combat effectiveness. I should be getting healing babies next turn. Next turn, my healing babies should kick in. That was very bad. That was a lot of damage. Okay, more healing babies. Because we're about to get wrecked with whatever his finishing move does. Alright, 57 damage. Not bad, not bad. Envenom. Nice. Okay, that did a lot of damage. Okay, but my injected babies did more damage. Oh, we might have to... No! We gotta finish him in 4 turns. Woodini might be out for this. Woodini might be down for the count. I need my healing babies, dude. Please use a buff. Please use a buff. Oh, thank you so much for using a buff. Thank you so much for using a buff. Thank you so much for using a buff. My healing babies are about to hit. Let's just do Envenom. Let's just see if we can end it. Oh, we ended it! Let's go, dude. Woodini is still undefeated. We have an undefeated Woodini. Yo, Woodini has a gene edit available? What does that do? Specialized treat. Capable of evolving the battle ability. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, we can evolve Woodini now. Alright, we'll come back for this guy. Let's go evolve Woodini. No, we're here. We don't... Woodini's OP as fuck. We don't need to evolve him. We can just go beat this guy real quick. Clear out this station, and then we'll be good to go. Alright. Warrior Enman. Alright, we got Cold PD, Falconella, and Iokazi. Begin. Oh, great. Falconella does not look how I expected him to. Negative 29% accuracy, not great. Alright, inject larva. Inject some babies. Nice. Okay. He just upped his combat effectiveness, but we're about to just undo that real quick. Yep, nope, no combat effectiveness for you, my guy. Okay, just kidding. He just really upped his combat effectiveness. Alright, we'll Envenom. Of course, that missed. We kind of hit the other guy. Okay. That did a decent amount of damage. Let's swipe. Okay. There we go. My injected larva should... There we go. There are my injection babies. What do we got? Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Envenom. Let's do another one. Yep. You're trying your best, Woodini. You're trying your best. Okay, that was a decent amount. We should probably... Let's inject some babies real quick. And then we'll produce some healing babies. I do need those healing babies. Okay, so you gotta stop lowering my accuracy, dude. It kind of sucks. Alright, produce some healing babies. Then our next turn, we'll do Envenom. And then our injected babies should hit. And then that should win us this battle. Alright, Envenom. Please actually hit this time. There we go. Alright, then after this turn, our injected babies are gonna hit. And that... Okay, good miss, good miss. Alright, I guess not. Next one. Swipe. Okay, now our injected babies will definitely finish the job. There we go, dude. There we go, dude. Alright. Cold PD. Another little flower plant guy. Okay. Our healing babies are about to hit, but we'll just produce some more. Because we'll probably take more damage over the next few rounds. There we go. Yep. Alright. Inject larva. Nice, nice. And now it's just biding our time. Woodini is really all just about survival. Oh, cleanse bullshit. Alright, we'll use more ass on you since you just cleansed. Okay. Cool, cool. I really like this battle system with, like, the cooldowns and everything. It makes perfect sense, but it's just different enough from, like, Pokemon and other stuff that it feels kind of a little more fresh. I don't think we need any more healing larvae, so we'll Envenom. There we go. That's right, these flower pot things are weak to Envenom. Okay. There we go. I probably should have produced more. Okay, let's produce some more healing babies. Nice. Alright, what do we got? Envenom. Okay, we're doing good. Our injected baby should be hitting in the next round. Alright, cleanse your... Go ahead, cleanse yourself of all the debuffs you want. I'll just use more ass again. We'll inject some more babies real quick. Our injected babies must have already hit, and I just wasn't paying attention. Dude, that toxic spit is, like, diabolical. Might as well produce more healing babies, because we still got another guy after this. Ooh. Miss. Easy miss. Alright. I think I captured Woodini in the last stream as well. So, like, that was really good timing for me to catch this giant bug creature. Because you can't really tell on this table, but this bug thing is, like, 40 feet tall. This thing is huge. I'll have to pull him out on a planet just so you guys can see. We'll use another Envenom, because that's really good. Nice. Yo! Swap out. Oh, I hope that doesn't get rid of my injected babies, because that's kind of not fair. Alright, well, I don't have any buffs, so go off. Yeah, it's produced more larvae. I don't know what this guy's moves are, so we'll just get our healing ready to go. Okay, 80 damage. Inject. If swapping out the characters does get rid of my injected babies, then that is kind of like a crazy way to just cheese Woodini. So you can essentially just, as long as you have 2 aliens left, you're essentially immune to Woodini's most powerful attack. Of course that missed, but that's okay. There we go. Thank you. Once again, I don't have any buffs, so like, keep doing that, dude. Produce healing larvae as much as we can. There we go. Large. Okay, he has a similar thing I do. So let's do more ass. Get rid of his combat effectiveness. There we go, dude. Alright, now if we can kill him before he heals, which I think we can. I think if we do... Swipe. No! If that had hit, it would have been over. It would have been over if that had hit. Oh, that's so rough. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. I just wanted to get him before that medium healing came along. Okay, back to this guy. He might still have babies injected into him. But we'll just go ahead and inject more. That way, in 3 turns, no matter what happens, this fight will be over. Uh-oh. That did so... Okay, that's his super move. That did a lot. Okay. We got cleanse themselves of debuffs. Let's use swipe. Okay, that did good. That did good. And then yeah, once those injected babies hit, he's over. Which I think they'll hit after this turn. Alright, toxic spit, that's fine. Because I just healed. Okay, that's fine. My injected babies are this round is when they're gonna hit. So let's just finish it off. Okay, that's fine because our babies are gonna finish it for us. Okay. I don't know how that helped. Oh my gosh, are my larvae not coming? Where are my larvae? It's fine. We'll just finish it off the old-fashioned way. Easy. It's way more fun to watch them explode, but I'll take it. There we go, dude. Dude, we are cleaning house. We are cleaning house. Well, that's this gym all figured out and gotten rid of. So let's head on to the next planet and let's evolve Houdini. Also, you guys will get to see what he looks like. And then we'll move to a new system. Oh, wait, let me get my upgrade. After we upgrade Houdini, we'll move to a new system and take out those gym leaders. And I think it'll be good to call it. Upgrade. And then easy. Oh, I have Nip Nip Buds here too. It's fine. Okay. Unknown planet. What do we got? Acidic planet. Azure planet. Okay. I don't even really know what that means. Planetary anomaly. Oh, there might be some good creatures there. Bleak planet. Didn't look very bleak. And then a metallurgic planet. Okay. Let's go to planetary anomaly. That seems interesting. Alright. And let's just watch space go by from our beautiful window. Oh my gosh, our banners are going crazy. Look at that. I wish I could just like hire a spaceship driver so I can just like fully chill as we're flying around. Okay. Let's get it. Gotta refuel. There we go. And we'll just stay in our... No, we still got another like half a minute before we get there. Nice. Yo, this is the best seat. Now it just feels like we're flying through space at incredible speeds. All right. That is a wild viewpoint. That is weird. Okay, let's get in. I wish I could set the autopilot to just land for me. Maybe you can, I just haven't figured it out, but... Oh! Okay. Doesn't really seem anomalous to me. Landing area not clear. Okay. Alright, what do I have? Sentinels, flora and fauna are high and frequent. That's okay. Frequent fauna is what we want. Okay, there seems to be a storm going on right now.
Down protection falling.
What's that? What was that? That was something flying. Okay. There's a cave. Alright, some cave flora. Or cave fauna? Yeah. What have we got in here? Oh, hello. Oh, look at these guys. Oh my gosh. This is a cute little watering hole. I think this is as good a place as any to shelter from the storm. Oh, a subterranean relic. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, shit's still going crazy. Shaialud! Shaialud! Yo! Yo, it's so close! Where's he gonna come out of? Yo! Hey, oh, dude, I wish we could capture Shaialud and use him in our stupid alien space battles. That would be insane. Dude, could you imagine showing up to a Pokemon battle and you just pull out the creator of worlds? That would be insane. I need this storm to clear because I don't think Woodini is gonna fit in that cave. Also, it doesn't seem like there's any super cool animals here. These seem like your pretty standard run-of-the-mill animals. So maybe we might need to go somewhere else for the super powerful, cool creatures we want. And then a book. That's how you do it. Oh. Alright, well, I guess that saves us some time. Okay. Weird spiral fish. What else we got? I don't think those are going to be very powerful in battle. I'm definitely judging a book by its cover in that statement, but I mean, I don't really have any other choice. It's not like there's a Pokedex I can just look up to see which randomly generated or procedurally generated creature is the most powerful. Alright, this seems like a clear spot to bring out Woodini. Alright. Creatures. Creatures. There's where? There we go. He's not as big as I remember him being, but he's still insanely huge. Respect, mighty suit. Let's gently pet him. Hell yeah, dude. Let's give him a, let's evolve. Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know what that does, but epic. He's enjoying the attention. Let's just keep him, yeah. Let's just make him love me. And then let's ride him. Hell yeah, dude. Woodini, you did so good today, bro. I'm so proud of you. You tried so hard in all those alien battles, and you really, like, went above and beyond. Can I switch to third? There we go. Hell yeah. Look at us. Me and my Woodini. We love Woodini. I think he's kind of cute in a giant horrifying monster kind of way. He's adorable in a giant horrifying monster kind of way. Who's a good boy? Who's a good Woodini? Who's a good Woodini? Yeah, that's a good Woodini. Alright. How do I get Woodini? How do I? Bye, Woodini. Alright. Let me change my camera back. I don't like this. Alright, now that we've evolved Woodini, I'm gonna go use the restroom. And when I get back, we will find a nice new planet system to do battle in. And we will see if we can keep Woodini completely undefeated throughout the entire stream. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, gamers. We back. Let's just get right back into it. No need to drag this out. Curious to see what other systems are nearby. let's see here. Galaxy map. We got, let's just like pick one that's in range. Dissonant Planet might have some interesting things. Ooh. Yeah, let's go to a green system. Why not? What could go wrong in a green system? Pretty sure green stars aren't like a thing, but you know, well, it's fine. Another planetary anomaly. I'm still unsure what that means. But the space station looks dope. It's really all I care about. I just want to make sure Woodini gets some more XP. Woodini's gonna be level 100 after this one stream alone. Another really cool color scheme. Similar to the last one, but with some, like, gold added in. What do we got? What do we got? Let's go be... We went that way first last time, so let's go over to this guy. Hello, sir. I would say my aliens, plural, but really it's just my alien Woodini would like to go... Oh, wait, no, let's change our... Let's change our name. Rugi Ruga? I think we can keep Rugi Ruga. That's kind of fun. This guy, Solar Pedo. Let's call him... Furby. Let's call him Furby. Photo. Oops. Kind of a wild name. Let's change Photo. We'll name him... Long Camel. There we go. We got Long Camel. Woodini we're keeping. Woodini is a hilarious name. And then this guy, we should call this guy Fur Baby. We'll call this guy Robot Chicken. And we'll call this guy Furby. Alright. I'm satisfied with those names. Alright, let's get going. Even though Woodini is the only one we're going to be seeing. Long Camel might get some showtime, but... Alright, first thing we gotta do, inject larva. We gotta inject our babies first thing. Okay, this one's a ground type. Or a desert creature. 90 damage. Let's see. That's more ass. Gotta do more ass. What's he gonna do? Polyil is a wild name. Okay. Thanks, Wood. I didn't ask you to do that, Woodini, but I'm pretty happy for you. I'm glad you did that. Let's use anti-venom. Or envenom. Dodged? Damn. Okay, Woodini might have met his match. I should have gotten on this healing larva way sooner. We should have produced some healing babies way quicker. That did so much damage. Okay. Sting wasn't too bad. Swipe. Okay. Did a decent chunk. I'm so scared. Okay. Shield created. Alright, well, hopefully injecting larva won't be blocked by the shield. Okay, cool. Shield was not effective against injecting larva. opponent switched to toxic. Okay. Nice. More healing larva. We need as many healing babies as you can give us. I need all the healing babies. Okay, swap out. Taxi, Taxel. Alright. Nice Houdini. Good Necrosis. Heavy damage in 3 turns. Okay. I don't know if I can finish. I don't think I can finish this in 3 turns. We can get rid of their combat effectiveness. Okay. Necrosis. What just happened? What's going on? Okay. I have no idea what just happened. There we go. Oh, what happened was the guy I hit before, I guess my larva kicked in, and so he died. Okay, so larva does kick in even if they swap him out. Okay. Healing larva. Okay. Space-time corruption did a lot. Alright, we're still in it, but this might be a close one. Check some more babies real quick. That was bad. Okay, large heal in 3 turns. And Venom. Okay, nice. Things are going okay. I need my healing babies. Dude, I need my healing babies. This is the lowest Houdini's ever been. Okay, more healing babies. Okay. That was not a lot of healing. It was not a lot of healing. Okay, in Venom. Okay, we got a damage boost. We got a damage. Oh, thank God. Okay, that was the perfect time for my babies to kick in. Alright, we got one more. This is the last one. We are so low health. I don't have any potions either. Okay, large heal in 3 turns. Okay, that makes sense why you would do that. Swipe. Just damage. Just focus on damage. Please don't kill me before I can use my healing babies. Thank you, Houdini. That was goated. No! No, Houdini, no! No, Houdini! No! No! No, Houdini! No, he's not undefeated anymore. Damn, he had a good run, though. Alright, we'll switch to Long Camel. And we'll see what Long Camel can do. Ooh, okay, that's good. Fissure. Okay, Sandstorm. Yes. We're using Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a great opening move. Okay, Necrosis from Houdini. Houdini's final death blow is still dealing some damage. Alright, Corvax is getting hype. What do we got? What do we got? Missed! That's what I like to see. Right. Scoopa Narazi. There we go. That was a good Sandstorm. Sandstorm also just moves the battle along really quickly, which is nice. Alright, what do I got? Okay. I'll use Mudslide. That was nice. Okay, Long Camel also seems kind of OP, but he has way less health than Houdini is the only thing. Yeah, I don't see any need to use healing yet. And plus, our healing activates... This creature's healing activates immediately, so there's no, like, waiting 3 turns. We can kind of just save it until we need it. There's no, like, setup needed. Okay, Wild Swing missed. That's good. I think we can finish this off with a mudslide and a landslide. Yeah, then I think a landslide will do it. There's no way he's winning this overall. Okay. Maybe... Okay, landslide won't do it now. So let's do sandstorm. Essentially just doing this game's version of auto battle. Ooh. Okay. Alright, next turn it's gonna be a... Okay, missed. It's now just sandstorm and then a mudslide. We'll have mudslide back after this. Yep. Mudslide just to finish it off. We can definitely finish it off with a landslide, but mudslide will be like more definitive. There we go. Easy. Easy. And it's good for long camel to get some XP as well. Hell yeah, dude. Got some good nanites for that. Alright, now we gotta go beat this other guy. I wish it gave you something for, like, beating both of the space station guys, but it's fine. Yeah. Begin battle. Always... There's no reason not to mainline Wudini. Like, by far our most powerful guy. Inject. And we'll stack our healing on top of that. Produce. Yep. Alright, we're pretty good opener. Pretty good open. Yep, that's fine. And then since he's about to get a lot of damage, we'll use more ass. Just kind of limit the damage he can do to us. Alright. What's he gonna do? Okay, cool. We'll just use Envenom. Nice. Nice. Good standard amount of damage. And then after this turn, our babies will kick in, and he'll lose a lot of damage, and then we'll heal whatever we got. Okay. Yeah. We don't need it, but I'll be happy that I did it. Alright, this is the turn where he'll get the larva. Ooh, okay, I'm glad I summoned those healing babies. Did my other babies just not hit? I guess not. That was... Okay. Oh, come on. Ooh. Oh, this guy only has 2. Alright, produce larva. Okay, burning lungs, not too bad. We'll just do a swipe. Nice, good swipe. Is my baby injection just failing? And venom. Damn it! I should have swiped. Okay, well, luckily I have the healing. Alright, now my babies are gonna hit. I don't know what's going on. he should have gotten a ton of damage from my baby injection. I don't understand why this is not working. Alright, that's fine. Swipe. I don't know what's going on with my injected larva, but they literally haven't hit, I don't think, this entire round. That might just be a glitch, but like it just didn't work. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he's definitely getting a damage. My injected larva should be finishing him off this round. Ooh. We'll do long camel. Yeah, it's just breaking. Literally, my... Okay, that's total bonk. I am counting this as a full Houdini victory. Because if all 3 of my injected larvae didn't, like, completely glitch out for no discernible reason, this guy would have been dead 4 rounds ago. I am counting this as a full Houdini clear. Houdini's been defeated once. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck is happening this round? Like, this is actually, like... Something's going wrong. This is wrong. Something's wrong with this. Okay. Alright. And then the next one should be an attack. Okay, sure. Okay, thank God. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. I have no idea why Houdini died. Alright, well, we can end it on a victory, so I'm happy with that. We do need to get back to the ship so we can heal. Or not heal, save. We need to save the game. Because I will forget to do that if I do my outro and then dip. Should probably put like a save beacon like right there. Just so I don't have to go all the way up here. Alright, restore point saved. I'm gonna call it there, gamers, and say thank you guys so much for watching. What a stream. A lot of drama to cover. I wouldn't say a lot of progress made in No Man's Sky, but we did a lot of fun things. And I really enjoyed this new alien battle system that got going on. I can see myself pouring way too much time into the game, and it's nice to have all the animals I love to collect and scan finally have some use. So I'm a big fan of this new update. We'll most definitely be playing it more. I'll probably add another No Man's Sky stream to the rotation next week, all depending, of course, on when the new Planet Coaster 2 update gets here, but all that. But that's all I gotta say. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time with some more Valheim. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to cover some drama at the top of the stream, but I don't think anything, knock on wood, I don't think anything too crazy is gonna happen. It seemed like all of the big drama was kind of over the weekend, so I don't know if we're gonna have much to cover tomorrow, but we will definitely be playing some Valheim. And we're going to be doing some pretty fun stuff in Valheim as well. We need to start working on our outpost nearby the Elder spawn points. We can start preparing for the Elder fight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We did a lot of exploration last time. Got a lot of new biomes and stuff on our map. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and you do not want to miss it. And the best way to make sure you don't miss any of the stuff we got going on this channel is, of course, to subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live on 4 days a week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Good gosh. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I upload a new video every Monday. Last Monday was the Assassin's Creed Part 4. And speaking of, I am still working on the finale. My phone just fell from somewhere. I don't even know where my phone was sitting that it could have fallen there. Anyway, I'm still working on the Assassin's Creed finale. It is a crazy stream. It is very dense. A lot happened, and it was a 4-hour-long stream. So it's just taking me a lot longer to sit down and cut through than I thought it would be, and I didn't have any time to work on it over the weekend because I had company over here. But that video is still on the way, so definitely keep an eye on that, and make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when that video drops. Make sure you like the streams, like the videos. Helps them do well in the algorithm, helps them to get seen by more people, helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, a wonderful hump day, and I'll catch you guys all on the next stream. Stay Sponch, gamers!